Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to Concepts of Science Academy Pakistan. And as you know that we are in a course about research methodology, and our today's topic will be about the type of research study designs. And here is my introduction. I'm your host, Mr. Muhammad Ahsanul Haq. I'm MPhil scholar at Department of Biochemistry, Government College University, Faisalabad, Pakistan. And I am CEO CSA Pakistan, and I am editor at Pak Biochem and scout leader at Pakistan Boy Scouts Association, as well as Government College University, Faisalabad Scouts Book. So here is first of all the introduction to our topic. First of all, I will introduce about my topic that what is research study design. Basically, it's a conceptual structure. It's a conceptual structure within which we conduct our research. We conduct our research. Basically, these are some blueprints for the collection, for the measurement, and for the analysis of data. As I can say that it's a map under which or according to which we will conduct our research. So according to other definitions, basically research study design provides us a backbone or a structure of the study. It will support the study and it will hold it together. In other words, I can say that it's basically a overall plan of my study. In next points, I will discuss about all the things, its constituents and its components of a research study design, and how can we design a research study and all the things according to it. So there are some different questions, process of designing, conducting a research project. There are some questions that we need to answer. There are some important things which we should consider when we are designing and conducting a research project. So first of all, what was studied, what was studies according to about this lecture, sorry, about this topic, that we have already chosen a research problem or a research topic or a major thing about which we want to conduct a research. So first of all, we will think that what was studied about it, and the second, on the second point, what aspect of subject were studies, what were the basic aspect of that subject or that topic or that problem. Okay. After that, we will discuss about the significance of the study. These are all the things that we should consider when we are designing or conducting a research product. And then uh, prior literature research, what work have been done on it, about the literature review, and what was done, how was study conducted, what was found. So what will be the future perspectives of this study. So at the end of your project, you need to answer all these questions, that what was studied, what aspect of the topic was studied, what was the significance of this study, what was said in the literature reviews this study, and how study was conducted, what was found, what were the results, what is the conclusion of this study. So here are some other definitions of our research plan or research study design. So according to it, it's a basically a framework for the research plan of action. It's a master plan of our research. Okay. It's a map, it's a strategy, it is a strategy for how the data will be collected, how the data will be collected, and how data will be collected, how data will be analyzed, and all the things about your research and about your data will be considered and will be studied in it. So here is the definition about the, according to Miller, it's a basically planned sequence of entire process. It's a basically a planned sequence of entire process involved conducting a research study. That all the steps we will write about all the steps in the sequence, in the all the process in the sequence, that how this study will be conducted. And it's a plan, basically the plan, the structure, and the strategy of investigation conveys, so that as to obtain answer to research question. All right. And control variance. So according to general definition, it's a basically a plan, structure, or a strategy to answer the research question, to find the solution of our research problem. As we have already discussed that in the previous lecture about the definition of research, that it is a stepwise process. Okay. to find the solution of a problem, to answer a question, or to find some useful and new information. So here the all the strategy, all the plan, all the structure under which or according to which we will conduct our research to find the answer of that problem, to find the solution of that problem, to answer a research question will be called as the research study design. So here are the process of research design or research study design. So purpose, it's about its purpose. It will provide us the scheme, about a scheme for answering the research question. It is a basically a scheme to answer the research question. So it maintains the control to avoid biasness. Okay, and it organizes the study in a way defending the advantages doing while being aware and caution about potential disadvantages. And in the simple words, it will provide us about the scheme overall about our research. It will control the biasness and it will organize the study considering or defending its advantages and disadvantages. So here are the some characteristics of research design. These are objectivity, reliability, validity, generalization. We will discuss all these points here. So first of all, objectivity. It's basically a truth or independent reality. All right. It means that our research study design should be true and should be independent out of any investigation observation. So in the second point, reliability, it refers to the consistency throughout a series of measurement. In different experiments, you take the readings again and again. So here is the reliability that if you check the items, if you take the readings repeatedly, you use parallel readings. So these readings should be reliable. These readings should be consistent. So it should be consistent and validity. And it if you are using a measuring instrument, it is said to be valid if it measures uh, accurately. So it should be valid. So its validity, its about its reliability and its objectivity should be clear about your research study design. So here we will discuss about the generalization. Is a very big and major terminology. The data collected from a sample can be utilized or drawn certain generalizations. It means that you can apply your collected data to a large population too. It means that you are collecting a data you are collecting the percentage from 100 people. You say that in my society, out of 100, 10% are obese. So you can say that out of 1,000 people will be obese. So you can apply the results or data of your small population to a larger sample too. So here are the advantages of your research study design. It will give you accurate results, give optimum efficiency, reliability. It will give you minimum wastage of time. Sometimes we start experiment without any plan. In the middle of experiment, we remember that we came to know that I have forgotten the following steps or a major chemical during my during the preparation of my experiment. So it will waste my time, it will damage my results, or it will destroy my all the experiment. So if you plan experiment, you will collect all the chemicals, you will plan all the time. So it will give you more accurate result, it will give you more efficiency and reliability, it will save your times. Okay. And a research study design instills the confidence of a researcher. So it will increase your confidence too, and it will definitely provide you satisfaction and success too. So here are some components of the research study design, as we have already discussed about in the previous lectures. That in a study there are different things. That first of all we need a problem, then we will make hypothesis deduction, then we will conduct a experiment. After experiment we will collect our results, and we will apply. We will collect our data, and after that we will analyze our data, and then we will convert into results, and then uh, into conclusions, and then a theory and a law. So here are also some points about the research studies. And first of all, we will decide the title of the study or a research problem or the statement of the problem. After that, we will read about from a review of literature. We will read from the previous work of scientists about that problem, that what work have been done. And then we will study about the area and scope of study, that what in which area it lies and what's the scope of the study. And then we will define the objective of the study. For that, I am producing a new medicine. So I have some objective of this research, that this medicine will cure, or this medicine will treat the specific disease, or this medicine will do these things. So there are some objectives of each study, so you will have to clarify the objectives of your study. And then we will formulate our hypothesis. Okay. And uh, definition of concept, then we will define our methodology, and what will be the method, what will be the our sampling design, constructing and schedule questionnaire, that under which strategy I will conduct this experiment, what will be the methods of this research, and how I will collect my data, and how I will analyze my data, all these things. So here are the collection of data, analysis of data, and then interpretation of result. Interpretation of results mean that what's the meaning of these research, what are the findings of this research, and then the reporting the finding, and then time, finance, and budgeting, that how my time it will take, and what will be the financial budget of this research. So here are designing a study to answer a question, that what are the purposes of designing a study. So basically a type of study will depend on the type of question. I have already described it in a previous lecture, that the type of research will depend on the type of question or type of problem, and then the type of data will depend on the type of research. So research study design will define the specific methods and procedures to answer our research question. All right. So there are different type of question, might be exploratory, descriptor, relational. So here exploratory, descriptive, and relational type of questions. So if we uh, define these types, exploratory will question will be stated what if, and in descriptive what is and how. In the relational question it will be stated at does, is. So here are some examples, you can read these. What if a high fat, high sugar diet is physically addicted? So it's exploratory. Descriptive, as we have discussed, that what is. So what is the average time spent watching TV per year? And does is, do low level of serotonin in the brain cause depression? So these are some types of exploratory, descriptive, and relational types of questions. So here is the categories of research designs. So it might be non-experimental, it might be experimental, it might be quasi experimental. So first of all, we will describe about the non-experimental. It will be used to describe individual variables and predict the relationship between the variables. All right. In the experimental, we will determine the cause and behavior that help to explain why the behavior occur. Okay. And in the quasi experimental, used to identify the relationship between the pre-existing variables. So again clarify that non-experimental is used to describe individual variable or predict a relationship between the variables. Okay. About the relationship between the variables. So experimental is about the behavior and the reason behind that behavior. And in the quasi experimental, we are discussing about the pre-existing variables. Okay. Pre-existing variables. So here are the categories of some research study designs about the quantitative, qualitative, and mixed method. In the previous lecture I have discussed about these quantitative, qualitative, and mixed methods. So here are the some types of these major categories. So according to quantitative study design, it might be experimental design or non-experimental design, or such as survey. Okay. In qualitative, it might be narrative research, phenomenology, grounded theory, ethnographies, or it might be a case study. So in mixed method, it might be sequential exploratory, concurrent triangular, and then concurrent nested. So I will now elaborate about all these types. So first of all, quantitative research study design is a type of research, study design in which we discuss about the numbers, in which we discuss about the numbers and digits, as I have already described in my previous lecture. So subtypes of quantitative research study design are about the experimental design. So it determine the specific treatment, influence the outcome. So we will conduct an experiment in a lab, okay, and in the survey based study, it will provide about the quantitative or numeric description by asking different questions from a population about the trends, about the attitudes, about the opinion of a population. So it may also called as the cross sectional or longitudinal study using questionnaires or structured interview. It may depend on the questionnaire. It may depend on the interviews, a phone call interview, email interview, a face-to-face interview, and different other types too. So different questions will be asked in study design, survey-based study design, and it is also called as a cross-section study design. Cross-section study design is a study design in which suppose that I have 10,000 people in a population, and I need just 10 people or 10 participants in my study. So out of 10,000, the chances of each and every person to be selected are equal. So it is named as cross-section study design. And here is the qualitative research design, as we have already discussed about the qualitative research study design, that in this study design, there are no numbers or digits. It depends about the text or words of the words or text from participant, or it will describe and analyze words for themes or different types of voice or pictures may include in this data or qualitative research. So here are some subtypes of qualitative research design. First of all, narrative research. Narrative, it came from the narration. In this research study design, there are inquiry from the humanities, and the researcher studies the lives of individual and ask one or more individual to provide stories about their life. In which suppose that you go to a population and you will ask about some important phenomena about their life, okay, or about the story of their life. You can say that about, you will ask about the story of life of a person, okay, and you may say that about the biography of a person. And then phenomenology, about the it came from the philosophy and psychology, okay. So here you will ask a person about his experience, about an individual, about the experience about a phenomena described by the participant. So we will ask the participant about a phenomena, that under that phenomena what was the philosophy and psychology of that individual that he experienced. And then here grounded theory. So it will depend about the social behavior of that population or social behavior of that individual. So in the ethnographies, anthropology or sociology are included in it. Here we will discuss about the behavior, languages, and actions. So it will include different types of traditions of that population, or different traditions of that individual. So here is the case study. Case study are a design of inquiry found in many fields. In this, for that in medical sciences, there is a patient, and from A to Z, from development of a disease to treatment, to diagnosis, and then to treatment and recovery of that patient. You will describe all the aspect and all the steps of the about that patient. So it will be a case study design. Here is about the mixed method research designs according to Crosswell and Planoclerc. Mixed method research is a procedure for collecting, analyzing, and mixing both qualitative and quantitative methods. So it's a mixture of qualitative and quantitative study designs. So here, when we will use mixed method research, when we have both qualitative and quantitative data, when one type of research is not enough to explain the answer of the question, when we want qualitative research to explain the quantitative finding, as you have conducted a research study about according to a cross section study designs. So you have taken different answer from different participants, and now you will provide a social demographic data of the people. Okay, so here qualitative data will be necessary to explain the quantitative findings. So here when we want to generalize the finding of a large population, and we want to provide alternative perspectives in a study. So all these are the reasons that why we use mixed method research. So here are some types of subtypes of mixed method research design. First of all, sequential explanatory design, in with the collection of quantitative data followed by the collection of qualitative data. First, we will collect quantitative data, and then we collect qualitative data, and priority is given to qualitative data. All right. So first we will collect quantitative data, then qualitative, and priority will be given to qualitative data. All right. And then sequential exploratory, here quantitative data is collected followed by the collection of quantitative. Firstly, we will collect qualitative data. In the previous study designs, here we firstly collected quantitative data and then qualitative. But in this study design, we are firstly collecting the qualitative data and then quantitative data. But here again, the priority will be given to qualitative aspect of the study and findings. And concurrent triangular, here only one data collection phase is used, during which quantitative or qualitative you may collect one type of data at a time. All right. And you can give priority to both types of your data, qualitative or quantitative. But here concurrent nested designs, both type of data are qualitative and quantitative, both data are embedded and collected at the same time. So these were some different points about the types of research study designs and their subtypes. And thank you so much. It was all about today's lecture, and hope so it was helpful for you. For question, you can comment in the comment box, or you can contact us, or you can ask the question in your WhatsApp group. So I think so it was helpful for you. And don't forget to subscribe CSA Pakistan. Take care. Allah Hafiz.